Well, hello everybody.
Hello.
It's
Howdy.
Joe Firestone for Empowering Democracy, and here with me tonight are my two illustrious guests. First, Dee Pierce, the co-host of Around the World with Brandy and Dee, and the activist extraordinaire Gregory Mallard of Revolution Evolution, who is about to start his own stream. I guess he'll be doing that about January 13th, right?
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere around there. Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, uh, I still have to get around to changing those slides, title on the slides. We're here for empowering democracy, but more specifically for Dump the Corruption, which is the movement we are beginning to start. And we will all be doing Dump the Corruption streams. In fact, around the world with Dee and Brandy has already done a Dump the Corruption stream. I've been doing Dump the Corruption streams right along. And Greg plans to do Dump the Corruption streams as well. And hopefully soon we'll be having more people interested in Dump the Corruption stream. So I'd like to start off with the basic argument of Dump the Corruption, which is pretty much the same as the article for Dump the Incumbents that we previously had, with a few changes in the terminology, which is why I'm using the slide presentation, but I want to tell you that this slide presentation is going to be a short one. Other than the title slide, there are only 5 slides in it. It outlines the outline of the argument. Okay, so I also want to report that there was a debate on to vote or not to vote on New Year's Eve. And the debate was very interesting. It was about an hour, and 9 minutes, and involved a number of people. And the debate has now been clipped. It was part of a much longer stream, and has now been clipped, and is on the YouTube channel of Sabby Sabs, Sabrina Salvati. So, if any of you are interested in downloading a debate or watching it again without having to find it on, I think it was something like an 11-hour stream, but it's been cut out of the 11-hour stream now. And as I say, you can find it on Sabby's YouTube channel. Okay, so that's convenient. So I'm going to move to the Dump the Corruption argument, in outline, and it will take me only a few minutes to go through that. So, here we go. So the first slide points out that donor money stops change. The needs and desires of most people cannot be addressed by the U.S. government because senators and representatives cannot pass laws opposed by big money donors who fund their campaigns and allow them to market themselves between elections. So big donor money from wealthy individuals, corporations, party committees, PACs, and super PACs is toxic to we the people, and we must remove the big donor money from our politics. So, we voters can do it ourselves, but we can't do it through legislation, constitutional amendments, or lawsuits because our legislators and SCOTUS judges are bought by the donor money. However, voters have the power to do it by themselves by making accepting money and or benefiting from it toxic to those who accept it. In other words, it's now toxic to ourselves because it's basically dumping us into the ash can of history. Our task is to make the donor money toxic to the representatives and senators who accept it so that they never will accept it anymore. 4, voters can do that by following the rule of ruthlessly deciding to vote against incumbents or candidates, or challengers, in other words, who accept or benefit from big money, regardless of the personal characteristics of the candidate or regardless of the political appeals that he should offer. 5, what voters need to do in cases where more than one candidate or incumbent is taking big money, then voters should vote against all candidates taking the big money and for a candidate that is not taking big money. Did I say that right? The voters should vote against all candidates taking the money and for a candidate that is not taking big money. And this presents a little problem because, of course, the voters have to pay attention to who else is running and have to pay attention to why they may be good people to vote for, even they don't if they don't happen to be Republicans or Democrats, because as we all know, the people the big money will be giving the big money to, they are members of the Democratic or Republican parties, generally speaking. Third party candidates usually don't get any big money, even though sometimes, if they're rich themselves, they are using their own big money. Number 6, if all incumbents and candidates in a race are taking big money, then the voters should vote for the candidate taking the least amount of big money. So that is the default position if everybody is taking big money. 7, if we all act this way, we will make big money toxic to the politicians who take it, because our voting against them will drive them all out of office and end the careers of candidates who take that money. So the results are 8. Within 3 national election cycles, big money and the donors who give it will be driven out of all elections, national, state, and local. The arbiters of elections, the ones who decide elections then, will be we the people once again. Of course, that assumes we ever did decide elections. We could go back into the past and study the history of this. I have the feeling that once or twice we did really decide the outcome, okay, of elections, but I'm not sure exactly when that was, and I don't want to venture a guess. 9, office holders will then have to turn to voters and only voters for support. And legislatures will have to pass what people want them to, including hashtag Medicare for all, hashtag Green New Deal, student debt elimination, paid family leave, child tax credits, checks and compensation for inflation, that is, government checks paid out to everyone in compensation for inflation, low cost public housing, the job guarantee as part of the Green New Deal, a basic income for those who can't work, and ending foreign policy seeking full spectrum U.S. dominance across the world. And there's more. There's much more. For example, Eric T. Red uh, has put forward 11 demands for real democracy. He sent me a copy of this a few days ago. It's a very comprehensive agenda. I will be posting it soon in some capacity. And when that happens, I urge that you read it. In the meantime, Sabby Sabs recently interviewed both Eric T. Red and Corey L., his partner, in developing the agenda. Anyway, if you look, at that agenda, you can find candidates who may be willing to support it. And then, if you decide to follow the rule of getting rid of all the people who are taking the big money, you'll be able to see whether other candidates who are running are supporting the kind of agenda that has been turned out by Eric T. Red and Corey L. So, my conclusion for tonight concerning the basic argument is that Dump the Corruption is not about pursuing electoralism. It is about disrupting electoralism by getting people to vote against big money in politics, by firing all the legislators who take that money. It is about making that money and its influence over incumbents and candidates toxic to those incumbents and candidates, so that money will be driven out of politics by voters to be replaced by the demands of people expressed through mass movements, protest activities, general strikes, unions, alternative media, and people's pressure campaigns on legislators across the board. It is about creating the primacy of bottom-up politics in America and the end of the political oligarchy. It is the general strike of voters against money in politics. So, that's the basic argument. And what we're going to be about here tonight is, first of all, talking about some news that is relevant to Dump the Corruption. And we're also going to be talking about, we're going to do this first, the record of the fundraising record for the elections of 2022 that have just passed for four members of the Congressional Progressive Caucus. I don't know if all of them will continue to be members of the caucus, because the newly elected House leader of the Democrats, Hakeem Jeffries may now leave the caucus because that was the precedent set by Nancy Pelosi when she was first elected as Speaker. She had been a member of the CPC because she styled herself a progressive from the beginning of her campaign. Uh, and I'm not sure, I don't recall whether she was one of the founders of the CPC, but she was one of the early Congress people who joined the CPC. And when she became the speaker, she left it. However, Catherine Clark, who was the assistant speaker, and Hakeem Jeffries, who was the chair of the policy caucus, when they were elected to those positions, they stayed in the CPC. Okay, so I believe that what is likely to happen this time is Hakeem Jeffries is likely to resign from the CPC if he has not already done so. Okay, but that Catherine Clark, who is the party whip, may still consider that she wants to stay with the CPC because the precedent set by Nancy Pelosi does not apply to anyone else except for the Speaker. So we may be finding that Catherine Clark, the Democratic Party whip, is still a member of the CPC. Okay. Anyway, the four people I'll cover this time in terms of the money they raised last time are Hakeem Jeffries, Catherine Clark, Pramila Jayapal, who was, as you know, the chair of the CPC and was reelected a few days ago to remain the chair of the CPC. And the fourth person is the deputy chair of the CPC, and that is Katie Porter. So I'm going to go through their fundraising records, and we will see, okay, if any of them it was consistent with the rule of not taking any big money. So I think that's going to be a bit of fun. It'll be a bit of fun for me anyway. I hope it's a bit of fun for Gregory and for Dee, but we'll see.
Oh, it's always fun for me because I love going through campaign finance records to see just who is funding these clowns.
Okay, well, this is based on Open Secrets. Let me find. I'm adopting a habit of Jordan Sheridan for some reason when he's looking for something. That is the do. I think I'll avoid that from now on. So here is the Open Secrets page for Hakeem Jeffries, the data for his federal congressional candidacy. We're not going to go into his personal finances here. What I thought was interesting was the top industries that contributed to him for 2021 and 2022. The top industries were cable and satellite TV production, commercial TV and radio stations, and lobbyists. Those are number one, number two, and number four. I don't know why they don't list the third top recipient, or I should say top contributor here. But anyway, the top 20 industries contributing to the campaign committee. Oh wait, I gotta do better than this because let's see. Oh, I see what I did. I want to do this for campaign committee and leadership packs, okay, as well. So I just did that by clicking on that. So the top industry was securities and investment. And I think you can hold on to your hat for this one.
Holding on to my hat.
$698,761 from that one industry. Contributions that were made by individuals from that industry were $588,261, and from PACs in that industry, $110,500. Now, I didn't know that pro-Israel was an industry, but maybe it is. But they were the second biggest donors, $460,330, all in all, from individuals, basically rich people, I guess, $433,630, and from PACs, $26,700. This surprises me a little because I expected the PAC contributions to be huge for Hakeem Jeffries. But I guess he's got all the rich people wrapped up, so he didn't need to take any contributions from the PACs, only from rich people. Anyway, the third industry was lawyers and law firms, $312,963, $256,463 from individuals, 57,000 from PACs. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to change my reading glasses here because the ones I'm using are generally for computers, but the type is a little light from Open Secrets, so I need my stronger glasses. So, okay, lobbyists, 282,605. From individuals, 278,105, and from PACs, $4,500. Then there's TV, movies, and music, $257,555. Okay, by the way, these figures don't include any super PAC contributions. $193,055 from individuals, $64,500 from PACs. Now here's an odd thing. From the insurance industry, 223,472, but now the pattern is reversed. Only $8,972 from rich individuals, but $214,500 from PACs. And from retired people, that's $192,013. That comes from only individuals, probably wealthy individuals. Because Hakeem Jeffries wasn't much for grassroots fundraising. I think for obvious reasons. And $0 from PACs. Transportation unions, $126,362. 0 from individuals, $126,362 from the unions themselves. From, in other words, a union PAC. They have a union PAC. Public sector unions, 110,000. 0 from the individuals, 110,000 from the PACs. Air transport, $106,950. $7,450 from individuals, 99,500 from the PACs. Miscellaneous issues, 88,892 from individuals, 15,500 from PACs. From commercial banks, 100,460, 28,960 from individuals, I guess, who work for the banks, and $71,500 from the PACs. Health professionals, 50,051 from individuals, 48,500 from PACs, so a pretty equal distribution there. I'm just going to name some other categories there. Telecom services, 96,000. Nonprofit institutions, 95,000. That was mostly all from individuals. Okay. Electronics manufacturing and equipment, 93,730. That had a pretty equal distribution between individuals and PACs. Building trade unions, 91,000. Also Democratic and liberal groups, nearly 90,000, 89,577. Most of that came from individuals. From casinos and gambling, 89,400, 75,900 from individuals, 13,500 from PACs. So it seems like Hakeem Jeffries is friendly to casinos, even though I'm certain there are none of those in his New York congressional districts. Here's a summary of sector totals. Of course, it's hard to read the graphs, so I'm just going to read the numbers. I should explain, though, the numbers in terms of colors. The blue is from individuals. The yellow or the gold color is for the PACs. So one can see an outstanding amount of money coming from finance, insurance, and real estate. Sure enough, when we move to the numbers, there are contributions from agribusiness. You wonder what Hakeem Jeffries has to do with agribusiness, but almost 49,000 from individuals and 50,000 from PACs. Here's a big one, communications electronics altogether, 541,385, roughly 325,000 from individuals, and 216,000 from PACs. The construction industry, you could see why he would get a lot from the construction industry. A lot of construction going on in his district. 158,000 total, 43.5 thousand from individuals and 114,000 from PACs. Now, from defense, you would expect Hakeem Jeffries, as the expected successor to Pelosi, to get a lot of defense money, but he didn't. He only got 16,500 in that category, all from PACs. From energy and national resources, there was 40.5 thousand from individuals and 33.5 thousand from PACs. From finance, insurance, and real estate, 1,654,592. 998,492 from individuals involved in real estate, and 656,000 from PACs in these three categories: finance, insurance, and real estate, normally referred to as the fire sector. So his biggest set of contributions came from the fire sector. You would expect that because the fire sector is very important for his New York district, hugely important for his New York district. From the health sector, 243,201, 99,201 from individuals, 144,000 from PACs, from lawyers and lobbyists. Since he's got a lot of those in his district, you'd expect he would do well there, and he did. 595,568, 534,568 from individuals, 61,000 from PACs. He also got a lot of money from transportation. Only 16,850 from individuals, but 177,000 from PACs. Total 193,850. In miscellaneous business, I don't know what's included in there, but that was 492,495, 298,995 from individuals, and 190,500 from PACs. He got a good deal of money from labor, 407,937, 5,075 from individuals, 402,862 from the unions themselves. From ideological single issue groups, like, let's say, for example, the Planned Parenthood or something like that, 798,529, 705,000 from individuals, 92,700 from PACs. And from other categories, 428,000, mostly from individuals, 426,021, 2,000 from PACs. Okay, now I'm going to just highlight one thing more in relation to his monetary profile. Industries, PACs, contributors, where was that? Hopefully I can find it again. Oh yeah, the summary. I'm shifting over to the summary now for the election cycle. This is really, really interesting. I hope I still retain that. Oh no, this is the campaign committee only. So I have to do it both for the campaign committee and the leadership PACs. So top contributor was securities, and investment, 698,761. That's the top industry. Not surprising because, of course, he's right in the middle of New York City, where Wall Street is. I don't know if his district encompasses Wall Street itself, but of course it's very close. And the top contributor was pro-Israel, the Pro-Israel America PAC, 213,450. And he's been known to say that Israel is just another borough of New York City, or, a remark like that. Now, he raised, for this election cycle, a total of 7,153,108. He spent, in order to be reelected, $6,843,812. At the end of it all, he still had cash on hand, a war chest, of $2,548,699 and zero debts. Okay, clearly based on the data, he was taking all kinds of big money. The pro-Israel America PAC, $213,000, 450. But NORPAC that we were talking about some last time on the Brandy and D program, 98,150 from rich individuals, 1,000 from PACs. So gets a lot of money from individuals who are interested in the security, okay, of Israel. Strangely, the American Israel Public Affairs Committee gave him only $60,810, probably because he was getting plenty of money from the other PACs. So that's his profile. Now, clearly,
Something I just found on Open Secrets, and it's about that pro Israel donation, and it has something to do with the pro Israeli stuff. And that is from this past election cycle as well. Even when I looked up who his IPAC donated to.
yeah. The data that I've been giving you is also from Open Secrets, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You see, if we applied the rule to him, the litmus test, he'd be out. Clearly, he'd be out. Okay, let me go to the second candidate now. Our friend Catherine Clark, who just became the party whip. Always got to make sure I get it for the campaign committee and the leadership pack combined. Here were her top 20 industries. What happened here? I got a sudden change. I did not anticipate. Let me make sure I got the right person. Yeah, it is Catherine Clark. Okay. So top 20 industries, real estate. She's from Massachusetts. I believe she's from the Boston area. 261,000, 148,000 from individuals, 112,500 from PACs. Securities and investments, 240,000, 156,000 from individuals, 83,500 from PACs. Okay. Retired people, 0 from PACs, 221,187 from individuals. Pharmaceuticals, health products, 175,000 roughly. 41,000 from individuals, and the rest, 134,000 from PACs. From lobbyists, 172,000. 163,000. Honey, you okay? Hang on a second. Have to give some help to Bonnie. She just did laundry. Okay, she's in, so it's all right. I could sit down again. Okay, am I still online, everybody?
Oh no. Yeah, you are. I'm just
Online?
kidding with you. I had to throw some suspense in there.
Okay, good. Okay, so where were we? We were on lobbyists. I just did that. Now lawyers, law firms, 129,000. Health professionals, 114,000, divided pretty equally between the individuals and the PACs. From insurance, 123,000, with 110,500 from PACs and 13,000 from people. Pro-Israel donations, 97,233, mostly from individuals. 4,200 from PACs. Uh, okay, I'm going to go over sector totals now quickly because we're starting to run out of time, of course. She had some agribusiness contributions, about 34,000, part of that from PACs. Communications and electronics, $237,048, 91,000 from individuals, 145,000 from the PACs, 146,000 actually. Let's see, defense, 71,000 from them, mostly from PACs. From the fire sector, finance, insurance, and real estate, $806,625, just about equally divided between the individuals and the PACs. 443,065 from the healthcare sector. She's supposed to be for Medicare for all, but somehow I do not believe it. She was a co-sponsor of the Medicare for All bill from Jayapal. 443,000. Oh, I just noticed my stream was interrupted for a minute. So what was the last thing I said?
Something about were we on Jayapal or something?
Did you hear the finance, insurance, and real estate contributions for
Yes.
Yeah.
Captain Clark? Okay. And did you hear what I said about
Hmm.
the health sector?
Yeah,
Yes.
talking about with yeah, she's taking from the health sector. How can she possibly be Medicare for all if she's taking this other money?
If she's taken $443,065 in one campaign, mind you, from the health sector,
Yes, that's her loyalty.
270,250 from healthcare PACs,
Can't be
lawyers and
for Medicare for
lobbyists.
all if you're taking money from health care packs.
No. Okay, so to summarize, then I'll summarize this quickly, of course. She obviously would be disqualified by the rule, and we would have to vote against her. I'm going to move now to the summary because I want you to see in her case what her total fundraising was. I'm just going to go to total fundraising here. Have I got the total fundraising, or am I still where I was? I'm still where I was. I guess I didn't get where I wanted to go to, which was the summary. I didn't get to the summary. That's what I wanted to go to. So let's see. election cycle for campaign committee and leadership PACs. So there it is. So this is for the 2022 election. Her top industry was real estate, 260,960. Her top contributor among the PACs was Vote Sane PAC, $94,900. She raised $3,750,000 for her campaign, $750,759. In other words, almost $4 million, $3.75 million. She spent $3.79 million. So she spent more than she raised. But at the end of that process, she still had a war chest of $1,315,536. Interestingly, are you okay?
Yeah, I have to get something for my hand. That's all.
Oh, okay. Okay, just some arthritis, general stuff. So she had big contributions from J Street PAC. Now we should note that J Street is an organization that recognizes Palestinian rights. Okay, it is opposed to the AI PAC. Okay, in that way, she did not get any money from the AI PAC, but she got money from J Street. Still, the rule is, if you get money from PACs, you are out. And she took plenty of money from PACs. In the last election, about $200,000 from the PACs that were listed here, including a Blue Cross Blue Shield PAC. So that's her. She would be rejected by the rule as well. So that's the second person I want to cover. Third person is Pramila Jayapal. It's going to be real interesting to take a look at her. Her top industries are miscellaneous unions. The top 20 industries contributing to her campaign were retired people. I guess some of those contributions are grassroots. There was no PAC money involved here. It was money from individuals, $723,501. She got $121,000 from individuals at nonprofit institutions, $121.5 thousand. Electronics manufacturing and equipment, $107,892. Securities and investments, again from individuals, $133,278. From Democratic liberal groups, she got $84,900, but she got PAC money there, $21,000. From lawyers and law firms, $60,000 from individuals, $12,500 from PACs. From health professionals, $63,675. from individuals, 3,500 from PACs. Public sector unions, 1,500 from individuals, 64,500 from PACs. Business services groups, 64,572 from individuals, 1,000 from PACs. Transportation unions, 10,150 from individuals, 49,500 from PACs. And real estate, $51,715. $46,715 from individuals, 5,000 from PACs, altogether $51,715. TV, movies, and music, 54,855 in total, 51,855 from individuals, 3,000 from PACs. For miscellaneous unions, 3,546 from individuals, 42,000 from PACs. From human rights groups, $45,206, 33,694 from individuals, 11,512 from PACs. Building trade unions, 43,500, all of which came from PACs. Civil servants, public officials, 41,339, all of which came from individuals. Industrial unions, 178 came from individuals, 35,000 from PACs. Casinos and gambling, 34,905. I think she probably has in her district casinos on some of the Indian reservations. Sector totals. Let's go into the sector totals briefly again before we finish. Agribusiness, $9,614 total. Communications electronics, $195,825. Construction, $20,519. The fire sector, finance, insurance, and real estate, $185,000. $172,000 from individuals, $12,500 from the PACs. Lawyers and lobbyists, $63,312 from individuals, $12,500 from PACs. From the labor sector, $249,874 total, $15,374 from individuals, $234,500 from the PACs. So those are the industries that kind of stand out. I didn't read. She accepted from the healthcare industry 80,594, 77,094 from the individuals, 3,500 from the PACs. So let's get to the summary, see how much money she raised for her campaign. I'm telling you right now, Katie Porter is going to be a big surprise. Her top industry was retired people. This is Jayapal. Her top contributor from corporations or PACs was the Valve Corporation, $44,700. I wonder what she does for the Valve Corporation. She raised $2,934,263, which is a lot of money for a congressional race. She spent $2,283,705, ended with cash on hand of $2,631,000, $744. So she must have had big surpluses of campaign cash from the earlier races that she was in. She also had zero debts. Okay. So she took PAC money. She took money from wealthy individuals. She certainly does not qualify. We know that in the past she has taken a lot of money from the healthcare industry because in one of the earlier campaigns she had taken 67,000 from the healthcare industry while she was working to write up the Medicare for All bill. This was back in 2021. So she would be disqualified also based on open secrets data. So now let's go to Katie Porter. She was very, very interesting. Yeah, probably of all four of these people, the one who I trust most to vote for things in service of the people is probably Katie Porter.
Well, I'm gonna have to step out.
Same here.
Oh, you're both going to step out?
Yeah, we got a 10 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, you have a 10 o'clock of your own, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I'll finish up and then I'll join you.
All righty.
Alrighty.
See you in a few.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
Okay,
Hello. Howdy. You know, on second thought, I should have started this. I said like 10:15 or something. I don't know why I.
oh, that's quite all right. That's quite all right. Okay, so Katie Porter. Okay, so she was a top recipient from the following industries: book, newspaper, and periodical publishing, education, gun control, publishing, TV production, also women's issues, civil servants, also Democratic, liberal, TV, movies, music, motion picture production and distribution, and miscellaneous services. If you recall, her district is in Orange County, which I believe is just north of San Francisco. She raised a lot of money from PACs, from a Democratic Liberal PAC. For example, she raised almost $95,000. Women's Issues PAC, she raised $58,000. From lawyer PACs, $9,500. 15,000 from health professionals. Altogether, 316,000 from the healthcare industry, 519,000 from the education industry. In the education industry, our PAC money was zero. All came from individuals. In the health area, 15,000 came from PACs and 301,000 came from individuals. In real estate, 253,439, 234,000 from individuals, 18,500 from PACs. So PACs were less important to her than some of the others, except for Leadership PAC, of course, which is a PAC which was devoted to collecting money for her. Of course, we don't know who is giving that money. Now, in other words, there may have been very large interests that were giving money to the Leadership PAC. She got 111,900 from the Leadership PAC. From public sector unions, she got 76,500 from their PAC. From environmental industry, she got 55,810. and 20,460 from the PACs in those industries. I think you can see from the graphics, she wasn't as much into PACs as she was into other the contributions. I think I've given you the story about the major industries. She's got a lot of money from the lawyers. Her money from the other category, which is, distributed contributions from all over, she got $3.8 million. $3.860 million, all from individuals. Very, very substantial. Let's look at the summary for her, because the summary is pretty interesting, I think. Let's look at campaign committee and leadership PACs. So, from retired people, she got almost $3 million. That was her top industry. From the University of California, her top contributor, they were a top contributor, almost $125,000. She raised, now this is, to me, this is just incredible. She had a tight race with a Republican. Obviously, from a distribution of money, a lot of the resources she had were coming from others, from a big category of others where there were probably a lot of small donors in it. She raised $26,433,275 for a House seat. She spent $28,871,014. What do you suppose her cash on hand was at the end of the race? As you know, it was a very tight race. It went down to the wire. It wasn't clear for a couple of days that she had won that race. Her cash on hand was $7,830,013. She still had $7.8 million left at the end and zero debts. She's been an amazing fundraiser, and a lot of that is from small contributors, but she also takes the PAC money. Took PAC money from the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee and from Emily's List. And from Democratic liberal groups, from women's issues groups, from lawyers and law firms. Didn't take any PAC money from individuals, in education. $519,195 dollars was collected there from her, or by her. If you look at the average raised per congressman and the total raised by Katie Porter, I'm not sure. I'm still sharing the screen. No, I'm not sharing the screen. So let me pull up that screen now, because I think this is very notable. So, The yellow line on this graph that you should now be seeing, yes, okay, you're seeing a graph. The blue bars are what she raised, okay, on that graph. The yellow line is what the average congressperson raised. You can see the yellow line is somewhere around, it says uh, okay, the yellow line is somewhere around maybe 2.5 million. The total raised by Katie Porter in her first race was 2.53 million. Now it has to be larger than that because the blue bar is above 6 million. So it's above 6 million. I don't know what's missing here in the way I'm reading this. But in her second race, she raised about 16 million from her campaign committee and leadership PACs combined. And in this race, her third run out, when she was threatened by somebody with a lot of money, she raised 25.39 million from her campaign committee and leadership PAC combined. That is amazing. Those are senatorial figures in many states, but not in California. So she's fantastic at raising money from small donors, but she's pretty good at raising money from organizations too, and accepted a considerable amount, okay, of PAC money. It's also true, though, that you can see from the distribution of funds she raised that she could probably shift to a no PAC pledge very, very easily and still have plenty of money left to run and to continue to win. So I thought that was very interesting. So I'm going to end it here. I did want to go over, okay, another article, but I want to get to the Brandy and Dee show. I'll just look at some comments. Kay says, see you all next time. I love Katie Porter. Well, obviously, I like Katie Porter very well, too. But if we apply the litmus test, then if Katie Porter doesn't change to no PAC money accepted, she would have to go there, too. And join the official Dumping the Corruption Facebook group. From Gregory, do join. The problem is you may vote for a person that doesn't share your values. It's supposed to be really bad here in Sacramento as we're going to get a major storm tomorrow, as we already have parts of Sacramento that are flooded. Okay, says, I don't know if you follow Ryan Hall on here, but he does a very good job on weather. Okay, says, I watched TWC2. According to Open Secrets, Jeffries took more than $460K from AIPAC. Well, that's not, what the data here, which is also from Open Secrets, said. Maybe they're combining the AIPAC totals with the American PAC for Israel or something like that. Perhaps they both come out of AIPAC. Robert says, wow, Jeffries was getting money from a lot of sources. Yeah. Robert Copeland says, Anaheim is in Orange County, so Katy Porter District is close to Los Angeles. Oh, I thought it was the area just above San Francisco. Okay. Thank you, Robert. We can't see the graphics. Now we see the graph. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to share that. I'm sorry. So, guys, okay, Gregory left a link to what he was looking at on Open Secrets. Oh, he was looking at money to Congress. That's a different summary. The top 20 members, all members of the House. Yeah, that's another way to count the money. Let's see what they said for Katie Porter. Oh, these totals are far from the ones we were reading. I think the ones we were reading are much finer detail or just in another category than what's on this page. Anyway, that's going to be all for me tonight because I would like to join the other stream. So thank you for coming, and I'll have more on the funding for 3 other candidates tomorrow. Most of the time, I'm going to do 3. I just wanted to do 4 tonight because I missed the stream last night. And I just wanted to catch up a little, so that's why I did 4 this time. Tomorrow, though, I'm going to do 3. And it looks like there is enough time to do 3 in the 1-hour show. So I think tonight actually proved that, because the only reason why I went over was because I did the 4th person and because I was too slow on Hakeem Jeffries. Okay, so thank you again for coming. I'm going to end now, and I will see you over at the Brandy and D show.